Alba means green. Or white. Bacella alba. The image, you will find that it's a vine, climbing. We have the green type, and we have Bacella rubra, R-U-B-R-A, meaning red. We have the reddish, pinkish type. Those two varieties are generally called Indian spinach. The leaves are shiny, roundish, very succulent. The stems themselves are succulent, particularly the terminal ones. The spherical fruits are full of tiny, tiny seeds that germinate easily. The leaves and the tender stems are very palatable for soup, stew, and salad. They are very rich in minerals and some vitamins, and they grow very easily. Wherever there's moisture and a porous soil, the seeds will germinate. Actually, the stem also can develop adventitious roots. Okay, yeah, you got it. That's very good. It's a very good climber. If you do it along a fence, it will climb the fence. In the villages, people usually plant it near the where they have their bath, and the thing will just use the water from the bathroom to grow. Yeah, that's the pinkish type. That deep color. In fact, you can make ink out of the fruits. You can make dye out of the fruits. Now, the vegetable is sustainable. Once you plant it and you continue to harvest it, it will continue to grow and spread. So it is very good for dry season and wet season. If you want a vegetable that will supply your mineral and vitamin needs throughout the year, it's one of the ones to plant very close to the house. Very durable, hardy. We don't need to discuss it much because it grows very easily. Um, you don't need to pay too much attention to it for it to produce what it will produce for you. So for every tropical home, that is easy to plant, even in the city. You can plant it in pots. You can trail it.
Is that what's called amonotutu in Yoruba?
Correct, correct. And actually, the name in Yoruba describes what it does. It works very, very much on the blood pressure. It really cools the body, calms the body. So if you have got a jeruru, it will bring the pressure down and normalize it. It's a bit mucilaginous, slimy. Now, because of that mucilage, it is good for kidney health. Kidney and gallbladder health. It is also good for constipation. And note it, constipation, chronic constipation is the major cause of about 80% of chronic diseases. So overcoming constipation is a major secret to good health. Constant movement of the bowels. All right. There's another vegetable of that Asteraceae family we discussed the other time. That's the sunflower family. That particular vegetable is very popular among the Yorubas in the west of Nigeria. The name is a very longish one. Crasocephalus. Crasocephalum. Crassophalum. Oh, somebody got it already. Wow. Crasocephalum crepidioides. The Yorubas call it ebolo. It is powerfully scented. Grows very easily wherever there's wetland, but it's rather seasonal. It grows only in the wet season, unless you grow it in a pot in the dry season. Those white flowers you are seeing at the top are actually like parachutes. Any wind blowing will blow those flowers with seeds to distant places, and once they land, they germinate. You can read about the health benefits, medicinal benefits, but it's very, very powerful as medicine for the body. Antibiotic, antiviral, antifungal, will stop bleeding. good for the digestive system. Will help the movement of the bowels. It grows profusely in a dense way. If the land is fertile, the leaves will grow very large, and it is the leaves we want, and the tender stem. I particularly love it. I love it mainly because of the flavor. You see, we have varieties of vegetables that God has given us to enrich and strengthen our body and strengthen the immune system. Now let's go to another vegetable which is extremely important in our diet in the tropical world. The common name is jute plant, jute, J-U-T-E, jute plant. The scientific name is Cocorus olitorius. Cocorus olitorius. Corchorius. Cocorus olitorius. Olitorius. And there are two types. So now the picture that is showing there, it is because they have been grown for a long time that they are so tall. And again, it's because they have been planted too close to each other that they are so tall. But normally, if you plant them, spacing them a bit, they will grow to a height of about, say, 3 feet. It is the leaves alone that are eaten. The stem is extremely fibrous, and actually the stem is used for making ropes. To plant jute plant, we use only the seed, tiny, tiny black seed from a capsule, which is the fruit. For it to germinate very well, you need to put the seeds in boiling water for about a few seconds for the seed coat, the tester, to get permeable so that when it's in the soil, it can quickly absorb water and germinate. Generally speaking, when you put seeds in water before planting, the germination percentage is high. But this particular one, you have to put it in hot water for a few seconds. To plant it, you spread the seeds and they germinate close to one another. Then later you thin the young plants so that there's enough space in between them. If you harvest in time before seeding, you can harvest for quite a long time during the rainy season. It needs enough water for it to continue to produce. Now, let me tell you that this particular vegetable is not just a vegetable, but it's a tonic. What the Yorubas call bobonche. Now, that has a scientific base, you know. There are some plants that have got so many phytochemicals that deal with so many diseases that you cannot do without them. And this jute plant is one of them. Ewedu. Some people call it kren kren. I wish somebody can put a picture of it on the screen. That is not the tall one we saw, but that is showing the actual texture of the leaf. And then show the pod too. Show the capsule, the fruit. Yeah, there's quite a lot of literature on it, which you can read. Yeah, this is better. This is better. Some people call it Egyptian spinach. Now it can be grown everywhere in Africa, everywhere, even in the Sahara, once the short rainfall comes. This plant is anti-cancer, controls blood pressure, regulates blood sugar, deals with constipation. It is hepatoprotective. That means it protects the liver. It is good for kidney health. Now, in that picture, you can see the green fruit on the right, looking cylindrical, but when it is completely mature, it becomes dry and brown and splits for the tiny dark seeds to be released, to be dispersed. All right. Any question on the jute plant before we go to others?
Thank you, Dr. Mike.
Yep.
I'm Agnes from Uganda.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I hope you have that plant there.
I'm wondering, I think only one that I'm seeing, it's a common plant here, but the rest I'm not yet sure. So I am wondering if our colleagues from Uganda are also there, so that they can, if they know, they could explain better.
Yeah, let's discuss it quickly because it's very important.
Yes, then secondly, we have 3 new members that have joined the class.
Okay.
So they may be quiet because they don't know what we've learned in the previous classes. Thank you so much.
Okay, we will put them on the platform later today.
Okay, please. Thank you.
They are welcome.
Thank you, Papa.
Shall we be able to identify this? I'm sure it will be in Uganda. Anybody from Uganda know it? Hello?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Do we know that plant?
Yeah, in our part, we only have one, but the other ones, we are not sure.
No, which one? I'm talking of the jute plant.
Yes, it is there, but the species, as if there are many, we are able to identify one.
We are able to identify the Indian spinach only.
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. But some of you were in last week's class, so some of the things we described, you know them. Is that right?
I'm sorry, doctor, I didn't attend. Sleep caught me. Midnight is very terrible for us. I woke up and it was already 2. I couldn't attend the class.
I hope you know that each week's episode is in YouTube, and you can get it on YouTube.
Okay, I didn't know that. I will look for it.
Just write CAMP-AGGAMMAL. CAMP-AGGAMMAL. It will come out.
Okay, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
CAMP-AGGAMMAL strategy for farming. It will come out.
Okay, please. Thank you.
All the past ones will come out.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, doctor.
Right. Hello.
This is Freddy from Uganda as well.
Good.
The other one with the most complicated botanical name with whitish leaves, flowers, and something.
Crassophyllum, yeah.
Yes. Locally here, it is called a puruku.
Good.
And it grows in the bush, unfortunately. Here is not like domesticated.
Yeah, it can grow in the bush freely. It can even grow between rocks.
Yes. Or under, or in a where there is kind of like a big tree with a little fertile soil.
Correct.
Something of that.
Yeah, I hope your colleagues from Uganda know the local name you have just pronounced.
But unfortunately, that vegetable is almost becoming extinct. We don't see it so much these days.
Please, I am detailing you, Freddie, to multiply it again.
Oh yes.
Please take it as a job. Take it as a real project. Multiply it again.
Of course, you know the scent is really so strong and nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's powerfully medicinal. If you read about it, you will see so many things it does. What did you call the name again?
In our local language, it's called apuruku.
Apuruku. Wonderful.
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Well, we call it ebolo.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, thank you.
So please note jute plant. I would love to know from Uganda any feedback about jute plant next week. Make it a project. Let us identify it.
Okay, please, Doctor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want us to go on to another important vegetable. It is not a green vegetable, but it's important that we know it and plant it early in this season. And that is common tomatoes. Tomatoes. Those of you who have your names on the platform, go to the platform and you will see that the last thing I posted there today is on that tomatoes. Anybody who gets it, you can put it on the screen here and we will discuss it because there's a very special way of growing tomatoes to get the best out of it. Anybody seen it? Hello?
Daddy, I'm seeing it, sir, but I can't put it on the site. I'm opening it on my phone and I'm viewing you on the laptop.
Yeah. Anybody else seen it?
I'm making you a co-host. Can you try to share, please?
Instead of digging a hole, we will dig a trench. The length of the trench should match the length of your tomato plants, and it should be at least 3 inches deep. This method may seem different from what most people do, but it will help your plants grow better and stronger. Next, we will add...
Nobody is fixing it. Okay, let me just describe how to get the best out of tomatoes. You plant the tomato seeds in the nursery first. When it has grown to about, say, 6 to 9 inches, you are ready to transplant. When you have prepared your ground, a sandy, loamy soil, instead of planting the seedling erect with the roots down, you make not a hole, but a trench, a small trench. A trench that is at least about 9 inches long. Put some humus down there for vigorous growth. And if you can get turmeric powder, spray a little on top of the humus to prevent fungal attack. Then remove all the branches down the stem, leaving only a few leafy branches at the top. Now put that seedling horizontally in the trench. That means the stem is lying flat in the trench. And bring the few leaves that are left upright. Cover the stem that is lying horizontal with soil. So now you have only a few inches of leafy plant pointing out from the soil. It means you have made almost a 90-degree of the plant. The bare stem down there, and then the shoot coming out from the soil. Water everything, and within a few days, you will note that the plant is growing vigorously because that stem, which is lying horizontal, has developed many adventitious roots. Now, those roots are going to make the tomato plant grow very fast, and the plant is going to produce many, many, many fruits from the flowers that will develop. The roots are going to be able to absorb a lot of nutrients from the soil as an advantage. Another advantage is that the stem, the plant cannot easily be destroyed by wind or anything like that because of the firm root system. Another important thing is that even the area that is above ground, when you see branches, leafy branches growing, and it's opposite a flower, remove that leafy branch, remove it, nip it off, prune it off. It will allow the flower to develop into a very big fruit. Don't allow too much of vegetative growth to take place, or you have all your energy going into leaves. It is not the leaves that you need. You need the fruit. So just allow the major leaves to remain. Any branch that wants to develop into leaves, remove it. Those branches that develop into flowers, allow them to stay. And you have a bumper harvest of tomatoes. In this way, you will not even need any support or tie the stem, because most of the stem is underground, and the one that comes up is firm because of the root system underground. Any questions on that? At least, have you seen the demonstration in what I sent?
Yes, sir.
Sir, is there any name or the name for that method, a specific name for that method?
Well, you can call it adventitious propagation of tomatoes. Adventitious.
Okay, sir.
The root system you have developed is adventitious root system.
Okay, sir. I was thinking when you are doing also in coffee, there's that method called agobiada. I was trying to relate to
what did you call it?
agobiada method in coffee production. I was trying to relate to that system.
How do you do that?
When you are bending one branch to the ground and you peg it, and that's where the roots will sprout. I mean, the roots will establish, and you see branches sprouting from the ground.
Oh yeah. That's a modified type. That's good. Actually,
okay.
the method I've just described can be used for a number of crops. You can use it for sweet potato. You can use it for sweet potato. You know the vine of the sweet potato.
Yes, sir.
Wherever it touches the ground, it develops adventitious roots.
Yes, sir.
And that is a way of multiplying the productivity of sweet potato.
Wow, beautiful.
You can also use it for cassava. Instead of growing cassava by putting it into the soil vertically, you slant it so that it is, touching the ground, not only from the base, but also from the side.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Adventitious roots will develop and your root tubers will multiply greatly.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yep. Any other question before we go on? I want us to treat, I don't know whether it was in the French class I treated that one. I want us to treat sorrel. Did we treat sorrel last week? Hello?
No.
All right. Now, sorrel is of the okra family. Okra. And it's called Hibiscus subdarifa. Hibiscus subdarifa. I think we can spell hibiscus, but let me spell subdarifa. Sabdarifa. Hibiscus subdarifa. Now, Hibiscus subdarifa is the red hibiscus. the calyx or the sepals of the fruit develop to cover the fruit, the capsule, and it is the sepal that we eat. It is what we use in forming the popular zobo drink, that reddish drink we make locally. Now, Sabdarifa is one of the richest vegetable sources of vitamin C. So it is very, very popular for health. Very good. Somebody has got it for us. That's hibiscus sabdarifa. You can see the red calyx down there. Very fleshy. You can use it for soup. You can use it for drink. You can dry it and turn it into powder. It is extremely good for convalescing patients. It is highly anti-cancer. Anti-cancer, anti-tumor. You can grow it easily by the dark seeds in the capsule, which is the fruit. There you are, harvested. Very beautiful. And it's pleasant to take.
Sour.
Well, you can add some honey. But I love it in soup. I love it in soup. In fact, it's a drink we should encourage every African community to be drinking as preventive medicine. Very beautiful. Actually, even the leaves can be eaten. The tender leaves can be eaten as vegetable in soup. And as I said, it is of the family of okra. And you can grow it the same way as you grow okra. They are small, small shrubs. Incidentally, most of the members of the okra family are mucilaginous. And the mucilage in them is good for lubricating organs in the body. Yeah, this is the white type. This one has not got as much vitamin C as the red one. The mucilage in the members of that okra family serve as lubricants in the body, particularly for organs like the kidneys and the liver. They are also laxative and will allow easy movement of the bowels. Now, because hibiscus sabdarifa is a shrub, spacing is necessary. At least there should be about 2 to 3 feet of spacing in between plants for the thing to do well. Again, loamy soil, sandy loamy soil, permeable to water is necessary. Sweet potato as vegetable. It belongs to a family called Convolvulaceae. Convolvulaceae. That's the morning glory family. All of them have got flowers, beautiful flowers that look like chapel bell. Some are pink, some are red, some are white, violet, beautiful things. And almost all of them trail on the ground or climb. Sweet potato can be grown either by the vine, that is the stem, or by the tuber, underground stem tuber. If you cut the tuber into pieces, the one we eat, you can plant each piece in the soil because it has got buds or eyes that will germinate and become another plant. But you can also use about 1 foot of the stem, bury it horizontally in loose soil, and it will germinate and produce profusely the tubers. It's one of the easiest ways of getting enough food early in the season, because within 3 months, you are already reaping. Fortunately, those underground tubers can be processed and can be kept even throughout the year. You can make all types of, dishes, energy dishes, by using those tubers. Again, sweet potato, both the tubers and the leaves are very, very medicinal. They are anti-cancer, anti-tumor. The leaves are very rich in minerals and vitamins. Because they grow easily everywhere, many people don't consider it as anything. I think human beings always like difficult things. If we don't pay for something, we think it is useless. I will encourage everyone to plant a few sweet potato stands at the backyard, or even in pots or bags. They don't need any care at all. The only fertilizer they need is ash, wood ash, potash. You don't need to be weeding it. It knows how to take care of the weeds. It will cover the weeds because they cover crop by itself. Let's think of other vegetables like garden eggs, eggplant. There are so many varieties of them. But garden eggs also belong to the same family as tomatoes. They belong to a family called Solanaceae. Solanaceae. The same family is the family for tobacco. Tobacco belongs to Solanaceae. The same family is the family for all peppers, chili pepper, sweet pepper. Can somebody show us the photograph of mature garden eggs plant with fruits? Aubergines also belong to the same family like garden eggs. Aubergines are those big garden eggs, colorful pink, violet. But the real garden eggs are usually whitish. Beautiful. We saw some beautiful garden eggs the other time. That's a good harvest. Yeah, that's very good. Now, all members, all members of the Solanaceae family, that's garden eggs, tomatoes, chili pepper, bell pepper, tobacco, and so on, so many of them. All of them contain substances called narcotics. Narcotics. Now, narcotics work on the nervous system in the brain. They are medicinal. So they are good for the body. But there are some species that have got very, very high concentration of narcotics. And those ones are dangerous. You have opium, you have all types of dangerous members of that family that can cause addiction and wreck the nervous system. But the normal ones we eat as vegetables are okay and medicinal for the body. So growing garden eggs is simple. Sandy, loamy soil, easily penetrable by water, a lot of sunshine, again, almost all members of that family need potassium to grow well and to fructify. Too much nitrogen will only produce mainly leaves. Potassium is extremely necessary. You can get details of cultivation and harvest and so on from the internet. One advantage about Solanaceae, tomatoes, garden eggs, peppers, and so on, is that you can easily process their seeds and preserve them for the next growing season. It's a matter of allowing some of them to mature. You harvest and dry the seeds and preserve them till the next season. The seeds are usually tiny, tiny seeds. And the germination rate is good. With all these things we are doing, you should remember that you should do a lot of intercropping, not monocropping, so that you can control pesticides, pests, sorry. And then remember that we have learned how to make simple pesticides in case there are some insects that are attacking some of the plants. Next week, we are going to consider planting spices, very useful kitchen spices, like turmeric, ginger, and so on and so forth. If there's any question for today, please bring it up, or observation, or any general question on growing vegetables, tropical ones. Hello? Hello? You people are very quiet today.
We're very much with you.
Actually,
Yes,
I would like to take a little census. Can I know the countries that are represented today? I know there is UK.
Hmm.
And there's Uganda.
We're the only two.
Any more?
There's Nigeria here.
Oh, Taino. Okay.
Taiwan.
Nigeria.
Yes, sir. I want to ask a question, sir.
All right.
Sir, wait on, sir. I want to ask whether it is advisable to plant maize and potato together, especially
Maize,
in a single bag.
maize and potato.
Yes, sir.
Well, both of them are consumers of competitive nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium. It's better to plant corn and beans, or corn and peanuts. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then plant your sweet potato, and a few other things that are companion crops, you know. It's not very advisable to plant the two of them together because they are both surface feeders and they need vigorous, growth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Plant them, they will do well, but they won't do maximally well. No.
Okay.
Yeah. The same way you cannot plant, it's not good to plant cassava and sweet potato together.
Mm.
You can plant cassava and beans together. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. I've got only 3 countries so far: UK, Nigeria, Uganda.
America?
Oh, America. Okay. Any more? Where are the African countries?
No
Dr.
Ghana today.
Ghana, Togo.
Oh, Togo.
Yes, Ghana and Togo, they have written on the chart. They're present.
I see.
Yes, please.
Who is from Ghana? Hello?
Sierra Leone too is written.
Mm. Who is from Ghana? The person is shy.
From where in Nigeria is Taino?
From Akure,
Oh, okay.
in those states.
Who is Claudia?
Claudia is from Uganda.
Oh, okay, all right. Irene.
Irene from Uganda.
Wow. Okay. Aga Michael. Aga.
Yes, sir.
Aga Mike. From where?
From Uganda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like these Ugandans. They are serious.
People put on the chat that they cannot talk
You
for
say?
whatever reason. Some people put on the chat that they cannot talk for whatever reason.
Okay.
Sir,
All right,
from
please.
Uganda, from Uganda, in the family of Papa Uche, we are 3 in the farm. We
Oh,
are
wonderful.
attending the Zoom live.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Aga Michael, who is the whatever in the group, and his teams are here. I'm called Edmond. Then there's also another one called Mambo. Always in the same farm from Papa Uche's farm.
Please send their names to me so that I can put them on the platform.
It's okay, sir.
Yeah.
Aga will do that.
Okay. Aga, please do it, Mike.
All right.
Any other question for today? Otherwise, next week we'll go to something else. And please let us not keep these things to ourselves. Let's encourage local farmers to practice some of them. We can introduce new crops into our countries from neighboring countries. All right, have a good weekend.
Thank you so much, Papa, for the wonderful